Hey guys, it's Jamie. Welcome back, or if you're new, welcome to my bullshit. Today I wanted to tell you another story. I thought I would tell you the story about the time I got suspended in high school. Okay, so before I start this off, I know what you're thinking. Wait, no I don't. Okay, so I was not a bad kid. I wasn't like getting expelled or suspended all the time and like doing drugs, and like I was a good kid. This was junior year of high school. I went to this bougie ass private school. We had this, she was called like the disciplinarian dean. She was tough shit. She was like top bitch. She was on a power trip basically. She was like ex-military. She was rough. I had a friend who everybody like knew this guy as like the party guy, if that makes sense. He always had mad weed. He always had alcohol. He was like the guy if you wanted to have like a lit Saturday night. Like he was the guy you text. He was the plug. One night, I think we were at a football game. He thought I was cute and whatever, and he had like this crush on me. He gives me this bag of weed. Now at the time, I didn't really like smoke weed much. I had a bunch of friends that did, but I, however, really didn't. I was kind of looking to give it away. I didn't want to insult him, so I took it. I ended up going to school after that weekend. There was this guy. We will just call him Tim. Tim, okay, is a grade below me. Tim smokes a lot of weed. So Tim, one day, he's in one of my classes. I think he's like in my math class. One day was talking about, to me and a few other people, how he was like annoyed because he ran out of weed and he didn't know where to get more. Me thinking, I just have this stupid little bag of weed in my closet at home. I could probably make a cheap buck off of him. So I look at this kid after class and I'm like, hey, you can buy some weed for me if you want. So he's like, sick. If you could bring it to me by the end of the day maybe, and I can bring you the money tomorrow, that'd be awesome. So this was like not even a gram of weed. Not even a gram. I was gonna charge this kid like $40. He was totally cool with it. I get the weed. I get it to the school. I give it to him. And he still looks at the bag and he goes, okay, I'll bring you your money tomorrow. I'm like, shit. All right, that's the easiest $40 I've ever made. And I got to get rid of the weed because I was low-key paranoid as hell. My mom was going to find it and kill me. So it worked out perfectly. Later that day, I'm in like economics class or some shit. And I get a call from the office that says I have to go and speak with this dean. We're just going to call her the dean, okay? I had to go speak with the dean. And I'm like shitting bricks because I had just given this kid weed like literally like 4 hours before this. So I was kind of freaked out. I get down to the office. I'm seated and they tell me she's going to come get me when she's ready. Okay. She comes in and she goes, come into my office and take a seat. I walk into her office. Who is sitting there? Crying like a little bitch. Oh yeah, it's Tim. So I'm staring Tim down. I'm walking by him and I'm like, you little shit. Like in my head. So I sit down and we have a long ass conversation, the three of us. Hey, Tim here was flashing this bag of marijuana around at lunch today. He thought he was really cool. Well, the teacher saw this bag of marijuana. Tim here says he got it from you. And so at that point, I'm like, shit. The bag of weed is like sitting in front of me. Tim is crying. And I'm sitting there like, I gave him weed. I gave Tim the fucking weed, okay? She goes, great. Tim, you can go. So Tim goes to wait in the office for his parents. And I just sit there. And I'm ready to just bend over and just completely get fucked in the asshole at this point. Tim literally just like threw me out there. No lube. I just had to take it. I'm talking with her for a hot minute. And she's asking me all these questions. Did you receive money for this? No, I had not. I was supposed to tomorrow. She starts going through my bags. She straight up tells me to take my backpack off, and she starts unzipping it and going through it. She finds condoms, homework I forgot to do, old Pop-Tarts, literally anything but drugs. Except in the very front of my pocket, from a long ass time ago, I had some anxiety medication in there for emergencies because I have anxiety and I'm prone to panic attacks. So my mom put a little baggie in there for emergencies for when I was at school, so I'd have my anxiety medication. This woman takes out this bag of little pink lorazepam, and she is convinced that this is like Molly or some shit. Molly. That's like straight up says like, this is ecstasy or Molly. I've seen it before. Convinces herself that I have Molly on me. She gets pissed. And then she asks for my phone. At the time, didn't know she like wasn't allowed to do this, so I didn't say anything. I'm just like, shit. I mean, you already had your hands all over my condoms. Like, here's my phone. She goes through my phone to see if there's messages about drugs. Goes through my phone, my text messages, to read all of them and see if there are messages about drugs. She, at this point, gets out the phone and starts calling my mom. My mom answers, and she says nothing other than this. Hi, Jamie's mom. I just wanted to let you know, I have your daughter here in the office. She was found selling drugs at school and has, I believe to be, ecstasy in her backpack. Could you please come to my office as soon as possible? Thank you. My mom freaks the fuck out, rushes to my school, gets in the office, immediately looks at me, then looks down at the bag of weed on the table. Now, my mom is not one of those people that says, oh my goodness, my kid can do no wrong. Trust me, she's the first to admit, my kids are little shits. However, my mom was like a hippie back in the 80s. She's cool. She's chill. I love my mom, okay? I have a pretty cool mom. She knows that this lady has had it in for me from the beginning. She's had a lot of run-ins with this particular dean, okay? My mom has had to stand up for me a lot in ridiculous situations. So the backstory on that, my mom was not coming in trying to be disrespectful. My mom comes in, looks at this bag of weed and goes, you called me and told me she had drugs on her, and it's not even an ounce of weed? Guys. So this pisses the principal off even more. So she throws the pink pills at my mom and she goes, explain these. And my mom goes, girl, those are her anti-anxiety pills for when she has panic attacks. I put them in her bag for emergencies. I put them in there. And the dean just like looks at us and she's just like, you can tell she's just like, shit, this is awkward. Then she starts backtracking and she's like, you know, like with all of like the drug usage in the surrounding schools and everything, we have to be really strict with this and blah, 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 blah. My mom's like, yeah, I get it. I know. But like you made this sound way worse than it actually is. Like she has anti-anxiety pills and she gave some kid a little bit of weed. Like, I'll punish her. Basically what happens is the dean tells me because I told the truth and I admitted to the weed and I complied, basically, I would just be suspended for a week instead of being expelled for drug trafficking. So yeah, I was out of school for a week, ate ice cream, watched cartoons. No, just kidding. My mom literally wanted to kill me. I eventually returned to school. Everything was peachy. Life went on. I'm still here. I'm not a delinquent. And I'm not addicted to meth. So I would say I turned out pretty okay. So that was the time I got suspended from my private high school for drugs. Like the convict I am. Thank you guys so much for watching another story time. I really love making these particular videos. If you guys have any suggestions for what you want to see for future videos, if you'd rather see more story times, whatever it may be, please comment down below. If you like hearing about unfortunate times in my life, please like this video. If you would like to keep watching this mess unfold, please subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!